Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Welcome to my show. You know I love to interview entrepreneurs and I love disruptors. You think about things like Uber disrupting taxi cabs and things like Airbnb disrupting hospitality. We are honored to have in studio Nina Lowe with Front Door Fashion. She is disrupting the clothing world. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, well tell us about Front Door Fashion and how you came up with this idea.
Sure. So I came up with this because I was the consumer. Shortly after college, I had a sales career that I was successful in, and I had expendable income to spend on clothing. And I was single at the time and going out with my girlfriends. And I'd go to the mall, and I would not be able to feel like I could put together a full outfit. And I tried a couple other services at the time that would send you clothing out of convenience, and I realized that they weren't really sending these full outfits. And so Stitch Fix at the time was really popular, and I'd find a shirt that I liked out of that box, but I'd be like, gosh, I still have to go to the mall and find like pants to go with it and a jacket to go with it or whatever. And so it wasn't really solving my problem, and I felt like there was this real gap in the marketplace to create something where, you had stylists who were able to put together outfits so naturally with their talents, and on the other end of that was someone like me whose brain just does not function that way, but still wanted to feel confident in what I was wearing. And so I started Front Door Fashion from that very idea. And so what we're trying to do is really have elevated customer service and have stylists who connect with the customers and get to know them and send these full outfits to their home so that they, if they're busy, maybe they're a busy professional or a busy mom, or they just don't have the time to go to the mall and put together these outfits, that we are a full service solution for them.
Well, I can't thank you enough because you're an amazing visionary, and they've become a media darling because you're featured on the news all the time. Here's a clip from Channel 8.
Well, you can't be lucky enough to have Cher's closet. Not everyone can. That's a scene, by the way, from Clueless. But these days, you can have a professional stylist create looks that are tailored to you, sent right to your door.
And that's what we did, actually, with Brian Glenn.
We actually took Alexa's measurements and likes. She's a 36, 24, 36.
No. I wish.
And get this, it's affordable. News 8's Brian Glenn breaking down how it all works.
It's all about the fashion, the champagne in a personal setting here, and quite honestly, I feel a little insecure being around all these fashion gurus here, but right here at Front Door Fashion, this is kind of where you can get your fashion on.
It is where you can get your fashion on. Yeah, we're glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here as well, and Nina, this is kind of cool. So if you're sitting at home, you're like, I don't really like going to the stores and trying stuff on, or, I don't want a sales associate that's kind of like really jaded and doesn't know what they're talking about. You guys do.
That's exactly why we started Front Door Fashion. So if you hate to shop, go to frontdoorfashion.com, fill out our style profile. It asks you all sorts of questions about your sizes, your likes and dislikes, and then our professional stylists will use that information to either make you a box of clothes. It's like Christmas. You don't know what's coming, but it's been professionally styled for you. Or you can come here into our lounge and work with the stylist one-on-one and see what looks they've pulled for you and try them on with them.
I love it. And earlier, Alexa went online and did her personal profile. And Carson, you've laid out some outfits here. Quite honestly, I can envision Alexa in every single one of these.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. That's our main goal. Alexa filled out a profile online, and what I received from that was some personal information about her profession and about her lifestyle. So what I've done here is compile a box full of things that she told me that she loves, like jewel tones, no nudes. I know that she has kids, but I know that she's also on air. So I made sure to give her some things that she can wear both professionally and then mix and match them into her lifestyle at home with her children.
Absolutely. Now, like I said, I've seen her wear those colors and those, some of the styles. So I tell you what, I'm amongst all these fashion people here. We've got champagne. I even see some tequila over there as well.
Yeah, that's right. Giving away our secret.
I'm going online to do the profile right now. So I tell you, when I come back to the station, maybe I'm a better looking guy. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Maybe fashion-wise.
Yes, for sure. Definitely fashion.
All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Gosh, Brian, talk about looking for a compliment.
Boy, they can only do so much, Brian. Please,
But
Front Door Fashions.
They nailed it, didn't they?
They did. That's your look.
I
and you
loved
should see the casual look. It's a halter top and Daisy Dukes for Alexa. It's phenomenal, really.
Not even 20 years ago,
It's the
Ron.
weekend look.
I wish, right? I
Front
wish I
Door
could pull it
Fashions,
off.
by the way, is located in the Design District, and the number to call for more information, 469-351-7144. How about this? Mixing faith and...
Wow, that was really cool. That was an early wake-up call, too.
It was. I think my alarm was like 4:30 that morning, I think, if I remember correctly. It was early.
Well, it's got to feel wonderful to help people feel good. I mean, when you have a happy customer, you get an email or a phone call saying, you changed my life, what is that like?
It's great, and I think a lot of the reason it was started was because I felt like customer service has just started to, slack so much. It's becoming more of the norm to just expect lousy customer service.
Yes.
And so it does feel good to own a business where we really uphold a high level of customer service, and where our goal is to always exceed the customer's expectations.
Yes, and I think you're really on the leading edge of this in a box movement. Now, everybody gets stuff in a box delivered to them by Amazon, and
Yep.
so when you came up with this, what year was it?
It was 2013.
2013, and I would suggest in 2013 the real Amazon monster hadn't been unleashed yet, and so I think your consumer, the millennials, the Gen Zs, that's how they get their stuff.
Yes, absolutely. And other than clothing, Amazon is definitely how I don't know how I would survive as a mother and a business owner without Amazon, because that convenience is just so important. And I think, everyone these days, men and women, are trying to maximize their day constantly. And so the more you can add convenience, into someone's life, the better.
Is it fun as a stylist to see a customer and say, oh, I've got the outfit for you?
I see our stylists do that every day. I mean, and they do. They love it because, again, it just comes so naturally to them. And so, it really is this sort of yin-yang relationship, because the customer, like me, just cannot see, would never put those things together, would never have purchased that on her own. And,
Yes.
for the stylist, it just seems so obvious. And so it is nice to pair those two together and feel good about it.
And let's talk about the stylist. It's probably a great opportunity for somebody who wants a job with flexible hours and really making a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, so our ideal hire really is someone who is looking for a career, fairly fresh out of college or right out of college, who really understands body type. They are full-time employees, but, someone who really, and kind of honestly is like a counselor for people too. Like, there's a lot of strategery involved in what they're doing.
Sure.
There's, so many different body types, and so knowing that a larger chested woman is going to want to bring her waist in, knowing that how a shirt fits on a shorter person versus a taller person.
Yes.
There's so much that goes into it that I didn't even realize when I started the company. But especially having a child recently, it's like now I understand and can relate to so many more of our customers who are like trying to hide a tummy or going through changes in their body, and how big of a difference it can make when someone on the other end of that understands what will look good on your body, especially when it's a new body that you're not as used to.
Wow. Well, I can't say enough about you and the company you've created and the people you're associating yourself with. We have a mutual friend in Shara, so anyway, just amazing company. Let's go ahead and put the website up, and it's frontdoorfashion.com, and you can fill out a form and get started and meet a wonderful entrepreneur. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.